Amigos, Mad Yaps is back at it with another video to bless y'all's feed. Bless the algorithm, the you fucking tube algorithm. And as you can see, without even really looking at the fucking title, we have a very calorie-filled video planned ahead. Today we're gonna be watching the craziest meals ever eaten on my 600-pound life. And hopefully, personally for me, I just hope that it's just like the craziest shit is like greasy shit, not no actual disgusting shit. But I don't know, man. They look like they could cook up some type of concoctions, but shit, we about to see.
Craziest meals ever seen on TV, and in this video we're going to break down the most insane, looking at the calories, cost and more, starting with James B, the man who is addicted to getting food deliveries. James's story was in season 10 of the show, and he weighs in at a staggering 625 pounds, which won't come as a surprise when you see what he orders in for his breakfast. Obviously, I'm not American, but from the order he places, it sounds like he's ordering from IHOP, and he shares how excited he gets when he
This
orders
nigga
food.
is
The
sweating.
amount of stuff that you can
typing.
get is just crazy.
my
So
God.
I get excited. It's like the Super Bowl. You can get
That nigga is fucking. I guess you call that. Would that even be his pelvis? His pelvis was like a fucking mattress, bro.
whatever you
What the
want
hell?
now. You understand?
He lists off his massive order of food, which is just an insane amount for an entire family, let alone one man. Some of these items have been removed
I'm
from
trying
the
to hear
IHOP
this
menu,
shit.
so we'll be going with the closest item currently on their menu.
All right. Can I get the 2 slices of Steakhouse Premium Pancake? Can I get the Game Day Family Feast? Can I get the
That
original
sounds
French
humongous as
toast?
shit.
His first order of Steakhouse Premium
Game Day Family
Pancakes
Feast sounds
consists
big
of
as
2
shit, I'm not gonna
pancakes
lie.
with smoked bacon pieces and caramel sauce, and he orders 2 of these. He then
Oh.
adds a Game Day Family Feast, which consists of 8 pancakes, 8
Holy
bacon strips,
shit.
4 servings of scrambled eggs, hash browns, and 8 sausage links. And he
What
isn't
the
done yet.
fuck,
He
dude?
orders some original French toast and finally 2 slices of ham. In total,
You
this
might as well
mammoth
get 8
breakfast
slices
comes
of
to
ham. Why is he only getting 2
$84 and
slices
around
of that shit, bro? Just go
7,500
big.
calories. And
The
he
fuck?
hasn't even brushed his teeth yet. It seems hard to believe that it totals this many calories, but seeing the amount of food on the table in front of him shows the reality
you
of
not,
the situation.
Personally, for me, bro, if I like, okay, so no matter how hungry I am, if I have some good ass food in front of me, I could tear it up quick. But I'll get to a point where I'll start feeling nauseous. Do these niggas just not
The
feel
most
that
shocking
shit?
part about this is that he actually finishes every single item he orders and still wants more.
So
No.
when breakfast is over, then I'm already
Breakfast,
thinking about
nigga?
lunch. I do get full, but it's
Oh my
temporary.
God, he's literally
Then
dumping
I'm
the
already
shit in his
back on the
mouth.
phone, looking at what I'm gonna get for lunch.
Now, obviously James needs to change his eating habits quickly if he wants to lose weight. In my newsletter, The Fat Loss Kitchen could be the key for him and anyone else looking to
Man,
lose
get your
his
bitch
homemade,
ass.
diet-friendly. Visit fatlosskitchen.com. As Dolly, who appeared in the same season, shocked viewers with the sheer amount of eggs she uses every single day. Dolly Martinez is someone my subscribers already know all about, as I've just released a video calling her the most immature patient ever on the show, and for good reason, after she moved into a drug den to avoid Dr. Now. But her diet is somehow even more shocking than that. She lives with her best friend Cheyenne, who to be honest could also be a star
Damn.
on the show, and this means
They
that they
just
both
both tag
indulge
teaming
each
it,
other's
ain't
bad
they?
habits. So when Dolly
Shit.
asks for 15 eggs for breakfast, Cheyenne didn't bat an eyelid. Obviously, egg prices are insane at the moment in America, with a dozen eggs costing around $5.50. So on average, the amount of eggs alone probably cost her $7. To make matters worse, a single egg has around 70 calories in, and not even taking into account the oil she used for
bitch
cooking,
has to
this is
fucking
around
use a chair to
1,100
cook.
calories
Stop.
worth of egg. And she doesn't stop there,
Ew.
adding as much cheese as she could physically hold into her eggs.
Ew.
Obviously, there's no exact number here as she just gets a fistful, but let's be generous and say that that's 500 grams of cheddar cheese, which would be yet another
Generous, nigga?
2,000 calories, bringing
Generous?
breakfast to 3,100 calories.
The
It should
fuck?
come at no surprise then that when she's finally weighed, the scales show a staggering number.
Step down. We're gonna be going to room 5.
How
How
did
did
that so
that
surprised that
happen?
they're that fucking
It's actually
fat?
a lot more than I thought I was going to see. There's no way I gained that much. So that makes no sense. That's
looks like a fucking
impossible unless
slut.
my scale at home must be wrong.
Somehow Dolly thinks that her diet couldn't have brought her
Yes.
to that weight, and Dr. Now was quick to explain how dangerous her situation had become.
All right, so you are 593 pounds and you're 5'2".
Yes, sir.
So your BMI is 108.
Nice.
So that's a very high BMI. And your body is under a lot of strain because of that.
Yeah.
And just like Dolly, Maya's body was under a lot of strain too, caused
It
by
wasn't
her
even the egg
addiction
shit. It wasn't the egg shit that was really crazy for me. It was her fucking like. Obviously, there's been some fat niggas on here, but they usually like fat niggas. She look like she's so fat she's morphed into a different fucking level of fucking being. Literally, like she's morphed from fucking humanoid to slugiform or some shit, bro.
fast food drive-thrus. Maya appeared in season 7 of the show and started her episode weighing over 600 pounds, and it's not hard to see how she got there. Because she's so large, despite being able to walk around and bathe herself, her boyfriend Christian needs to do pretty much everything else
Nigga,
for
what are
her.
you
This makes
doing,
her attitude
bro?
even more frustrating.
What fetish
she
do you
lies to her
have?
boyfriend about where she goes during the day.
He doesn't know when I go to get food because I get dressed to go out and I tell him it's for errands. But it's a lie. Because the only thing I'm going to do is eat.
Maya lies to her boyfriend so she doesn't feel judged and embarrassed
I mean, at
about
least she
going
could
to
move at
multiple
689,
drive-thrus.
which is crazy.
This may sound obvious, but I think it's quite clear that Christian knows she goes to the drive-thrus and just wants to keep the peace. In the car to the drive-thrus, Maya admits that sometimes she will go to 4 places in a row, which is more than most people will go to in an entire month, let alone in a single morning. Her first stop is McDonald's, and her order is mammoth to say the least.
Can I get 2 sausage burritos, a bacon, egg, and cheese, and a sausage muffin with egg?
So, with her order of 2 sausage burritos, a bacon,
Actually,
egg and cheese, and a sausage and egg muffin, this brings her
that's
calories
not
to start her
terrible.
morning.
That's not crazy. That's really not alright. Like obviously that is a lot of food, but like if I'm having the munchies or some shit that day, and I might order some shit like that. I don't think that's too crazy.
To around 1,200.
We gotta see these
it costs
other ones,
around $15. But this wasn't enough, and Maya isn't full yet.
There's no words for that feeling when you taste something you love. It's
I don't want to
incredible,
watch her ass
but
eat
it feels
that
like
shit,
that
bro.
meal is gone in a second. So I move on to the next
And
things
it's-
I'm craving.
Next, she pulls up to the Arby's drive-thru and puts
Oh,
through
Lord.
another massive order.
Can I get a beef and cheddar sandwich, jalapeno roast beef slider, and your ultimate BLT sandwich?
With the beef and cheddar sandwich, a jalapeno roast beef slider, and an ultimate BLT sandwich, which by far
See, like, all right, I'm gonna say the fact that it's simultaneously, yeah, she's fat as shit for that, but eating all that in a day, obviously, I wouldn't be able to do that. You'd be shitting your fucking guts out, but I don't think that's crazy yet.
has the most calories of any of her meals this morning, all confirmed. She digs in yet again. She decides to enter a spree of drive-thrus here, and finishes her morning having eaten 2,679 calories
Oh, shit, it's
and
the
having
morning.
spent
Never
$31,
mind.
which is probably enough to feed 2 or 3 people. I'm going to make a full video on Maya, as her addiction to food was so strong, and her relationship with her family was made extremely difficult because of that. So make sure you listen to Dr. now and subscribe to my channel.
I encourage everybody to subscribe to the Craig's YouTube channel and enjoy the videos.
Now, although Maya hid her food addiction, Bethany was much more brazen about hers, as she has her children bring her a ridiculous amount of fast food to binge on.
Boy,
Bethany's
oh boy,
episode
what's that
starts
shit
with her
about to
saying
look
she
like?
hates her life, and she's in constant misery. At
Her
4 years old
shit,
and over
her shit, like just too big. You remember those fucking clubs from fucking Flintstones? Her shit is just like two big ass clubs,
600
bro.
pounds, she needs her 10-year-old daughter to help her get ready for the day.
That's
She has another
ridiculous.
18-year-old daughter that does cook for her, and she
And her
does start
18-year-old
by
daughter is
cooking her
damn near on
mother
the
a
way.
breakfast of 3 eggs and some toast. This is just a normal breakfast, and obviously isn't too crazy. However, Bethany gets hungry during the making of this breakfast, so has a muffin and a bun, and a packet of what looks like crackers before she has her breakfast. This is pretty tame as far as 600-pound life breakfasts go though, and the real shocking meal comes later in her episode, as she orders a pizza feast, all for herself. When her daughters arrive home from school,
Greedy ass.
they order a meal consisting of 2 pizzas and a massive box of multiple slices of garlic bread. I try to find a specific restaurant, but not being from America and my knowledge of the fast food chains over there being limited, we have to make some assumptions here. So it looks like 2 large mushroom and pepper pizzas, which would have around 3,000 to 4,000 calories in total. But what really takes the cake is the massive box of cheesy cheesy garlic bread she orders for basically
No way.
all herself.
That's when
She
food
ate all
became
that
this
shit. No
thing
way
in
she ate
life,
all that
like
shit
it
by
is
herself.
now, where I have to have it.
At my count,
You're
there's 15 slices
disgusting.
there. And at
How do
minimum
you, like-
350 calories per slice.
You wasted
that
your
totals up
fucking
to
life.
5,250 calories.
If you ever got that fucking fat, bro, and you're at the age of 50 or 40, you wasted your damn life. Like, your life is just, all your life was just wasted to you being a fat ass. That's all your life was. Imagine your whole life was just being a fat ass. No.
Just on garlic bread. She does give a couple of slices of pizza and a slice of garlic bread to her daughters, but
couple?
not too much.
Man,
and it looks like
you-
it's
you
safe to assume that
disgusting
she ate no
asshole.
less than 8,000 calories in this one
Disgusting
meal. She does
ass
leave the crusts
fucking
though,
tramp.
so maybe she saved some calories there.
The only thing that could help me escape it was food. So I was just eating my way through life at that time and gaining. So I put on another 100 pounds after that and got up to the 400s by the time
My
I was
God.
15.
Now, like Maya before Bethany, Karina also tries to hide her food habit, but in a very different way. Featuring in season 6 of the show, and much like the other stars, her first thought every morning is that she survived the night. Her following thought is wondering what she's going to have for breakfast, which is the sad reality of living with a deep food addiction. She lives with her parents, and the only time she leaves the house is to
Man.
the grocery store with them,
Man,
while
get
being
the fuck
carried in
outta
the back
here.
of their people carrier.
Look how the fuck this
Leaves
nigga
the
was.
house
Hold
is
on.
to the grocery store with them, while being
I'm this nigga if I ever see some shit like that. And I like, especially, it's obvious that the person that's taking care of that person's way older. I'm this nigga, bro.
carried in the back of
You got
their
me
people
fucked
carrier.
up.
But she only does this so she knows her parents are going.
She's trying to do her ass is trying to move with 1 foot like she's doing any fucking thing. Man, just raise your fucking feet up. Stop trying to act like that nigga's not doing 100% of the fucking work,
To
bro.
buy what she wants from the store.
My parents have to drive me, and I sit in the back of the van on the floor.
You wasted your
so they
parents'
literally have to
lineage.
fold the seats in the van down, put a
That
blanket
is
on the
lineage
floor.
wasted.
As she's wheeled around the store, her parents do not question anything she wants. Ice cream, chips, cakes, and more, with nothing being off limits. Even though her parents don't question her meals and know she eats a massive amount of food, she still attempts to hide her addiction. When her parents leave for the evening and go to dinner, Karina allows herself to order even more food.
I have 2 medium pizzas with pepperoni and sausage, 1 order of your cheese sticks, 24 honey chipotle wings, and
Holy
the Velvet chocolate chip brownie.
Delivery or carry out?
This will be for delivery. Thank you.
When the food arrives,
I don't know why
it is
she
played
paused.
out
You
on the
got,
bed.
I don't know why this whole pause saying that shit. You need to say that shit immediately. You know what the fuck it is. You know that shit should have been on your mind before that nigga was done.
Karina rubs her hands
Fuck.
together as she looks at the mountain of food in front of her. Starting with the medium pizzas, they probably have at minimum 2,500 calories in them each. And I'm not sure what restaurant she got them from, but if we go off the Papa John's menu, those 24 wings will have another 2,500 calories in them, the majority of the calories coming from the sauce they are in. She tops the meal off with a brownie, with one square having 250 calories, so another 2,250 calories there, and a garlic bread, which is at minimum 1,000 calories. So in this absolute feast, she will devour around 8,250 calories, which explains how her weight has ballooned to this size, and has now meant that her bed needs to be held up with cinder blocks.
It makes me feel
Nigga,
warm and good
that's so
inside, if only
disgusting.
for a short while. But I'm afraid that one day I'm just gonna need too much. I'm probably gonna die from a heart attack, or I'm gonna suffocate. But
That
I
bitch
can't
really
stop
just
myself.
came to terms.
This somehow wasn't as big
That's
as the
really
next
mental
patient's
health
meal, though,
issue.
which actually was so large it made headlines in the news. In season 11 of the show, we met Chris, whose legs are so fat that they push against each other, meaning he can barely stand up. Despite this, he can take care of himself and do most daily tasks, which includes making his own breakfast.
My weight makes it challenging to cook the kind of breakfast that I want. Because of the weight and the fat in between my legs, I can't stand up straight, so they're constantly pushing apart, which makes it really uncomfortable to stand in the kitchen for a long period of time. So I actually have to sit on a cooler that I
Ass
sit on.
crack out and he don't
This
give
is the
a
scene
fuck.
which made headlines and led to comments
Ew.
such as, "This is my food for an entire week." And honestly, it isn't an exaggeration. Now, it's pretty impossible to track the calories of this meal, as he just has a pan full of bacon, another massive
Yo,
pan
how
full
does
of
that even
scrambled
cook
eggs,
good?
sausages in the oven, and of course, cheese to melt on top. Chris puts all of these ingredients into a breakfast burrito, of which he makes 12. 12 whole breakfast burritos smothered
No
in
way
sauce.
you eat that
I
shit
make
by
the meal
yourself,
with my
fat
stomach,
ass.
not with my brain. So I have a really big meal, and when I start eating, as soon as I hit that first bite, I eat it all. I call it going red. I can't stop.
He doesn't even take these burritos to a table and prefers to eat them at the kitchen bench to allow him to devour them quicker. Although Chris didn't eat a healthy meal, at least he made an effort to cook his food, which can't be said about Holly, who decided on the day before her weigh-in at the doctor's office she would order a greasy Chinese meal. Now, there's not really an insane amount of food here. Well, maybe it is for the average person, but the real craziness comes from the timing of her decision to get this Chinese food, which is obviously extremely high in fat, oil, and salt.
Since we just moved in, we're not really set up to cook. So we're ordering delivery from places around here a lot until we can get some pots and pans and stuff to cook with. But Ray said he's gonna look for a job tomorrow, and he'll get all that while he's out, and we can start prepping healthy meals.
Holly uses the excuse that she's just moved into her home and she can't afford pots and pans. But looking at the size of her Chinese order, surely that could have been swapped for something healthy and bought some pans to cook with. So she has a massive Chinese meal on the night, knowing full well in the morning she's going for her weigh-in with the doctor, in which she has a goal to lose 50 pounds, and that goes about as well as you're
They need to
expecting.
start saying so. They need to start, in this video, I'm not hating on all fat people because there are definitely fat people that are healthy fat people. But these are just straight greasy fat people, and I don't have no respect. So we need a chant for them. At least she lost some.
I'm really upset, and I don't understand why my progress isn't that good. So I'm shocked and confused and nervous to hear what Dr. Now is gonna say.
She doesn't lose as much weight as Dr. Now was expecting, which caused him to question why she values food and chocolate over living. This led to one of his angriest moments, and if you want to see the rest of Dr. Now's angriest moments, click the video that's on your screen now.
I hope y'all enjoyed that that confusing, disgusting, enlarged video. Hey man, there's not really a lot of takeaway. Like, it's so easy to not get like that. It's so easy. Those people want to get like that so that they could just be lazy and stay like that. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Y'all have a nice day. May yes. Out.